Perfect. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, sorry, Pauline, I didn't see you before. Hello, darling. How are you? Woo! Good. Glad to hear it. Okay, we're going to start with 4 big deep breaths, taking it in through your nose, out through your mouth, lifting the arms up as we go. Number 1, taking it all the way in. And then folding it forward, exhaling. Lovely. Number 2. And release. Number 3. Letting it all go. And last one, biggest one yet. And out. Lovely. Stand yourself up. Pull the shoulders back, chest lifted, and take yourself from one side to the other. Just gently transferring the weight of your body from one side over to the next. Lovely. And then holding it with one leg up at one side, circle around the ankle. And then change direction. Perfect. Switch over to the other leg, circle round. And change direction. Perfect. From here, we're just going to step and then kick our butt. So I'm just kind of stepping from one side to the other, keeping my knees low and kicking my butt from one side to the other. Good, lovely. So today we're kind of working on our front splits, revisiting the front splits. So opening up the hips and the quads and stretching all of the back of the legs. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to take the knee in and out, like across our body and out. In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Lovely, good. And from here, rolling around the shoulders. Lovely, take a little bit bigger, leading with the elbows. Don't know if anyone joined me yesterday in the 5Bs session, but my chest from all of the push-ups is killing me today. I don't know why, it's affected me more than usual. And then shoulders rolling forward. I feel super tight in my chest. Lovely. And then forward swimming. Nice big motions. Perfect. Wonderful. Reach those arms up nice and high. Let's take one arm forward, one arm back. Lovely. Nice and slowly. If it isn't coming to 100% naturally just yet. And then change direction. Other one back, other one forwards. Lovely. Good. And then shake it out. Nice soft knees. Wrap yourself round. Feel a twist in the back. Floppy arms. Floppy fingers. Perfect. And taking yourself back to the front. Everything from hips down is going to stay still. Just twisting the upper body. So you won't go around as far, but keeping them hips square to the front and twisting as much as you can just on the upper body. Perfect. And then everything from shoulders down stays still. Just moving the head from left to right. Lovely. And then gently up, gently down, gently up, gently down. Good. One more. And then taking your ear over towards your shoulder and then lifting it up and over. Resist the temptation to bring your shoulder to your ear. Just try and keep them shoulders back and down. And just moving the neck. Lovely. And then holding the ear over to one shoulder, gently roll the head round the front over to the other shoulder. And then we're going to take it back around the front to the other side. So just rolling through that front semicircle and just stretching out all of the back of the neck. You might want to start with small movements, and then as you start to feel more comfortable, you can take it into bigger moves, whatever feels good for you right now. Lovely. And then lifting the head back up on top of the shoulders slowly. Pulling the shoulders up to the ears and then pushing them down. Lifting it up, pushing it down, lifting it up, pushing it down, and double time. Beautiful. Palms come up to the sky, opening it out. Squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back, opening up the chest. Round and separate the shoulder blades. And open, and round, and open, and round, and open. And this time when we round, interlink the fingers. Keep the arms bent, so you're kind of holding a beach ball kind of shape. Gently pull on the arms to separate the shoulder blades and take your gaze down to the floor. Lovely. Let go of the hands, interlink the fingers at the back, pull the shoulders down, lift the arms up, taking your arms away from your body, feel the stretch down the front of the shoulders, into the chest, down the front of the biceps, and then let's fold ourselves over, trying to get our hands all the way up over the top of our head. Lovely. And let go of the hands, bend the knees, rolling it all the way back up. Fabulous. Taking the hips from side to side. And then let's circle around the wrists, taking it all the way up to the top and down the middle. And when you get to the bottom, change direction, taking it back up to the top and down the middle. Perfect. Interlink the fingers, snaky, snaky. And the other way. Lovely. Give them a little bit of a shape. Lengthening the spine, fold yourself forward. Keep them hips going from side to side. Feel the stretch on the inner thighs. Maybe a little bit in the hamstrings at the back of the leg. Lovely. And taking it all the way back up again. Lovely. From here, we're going to bend the knees, pelvis tucks under, squeeze the tush, tilting the pelvis, and then taking it back the other way. Under and squeeze, taking it back. Under and squeeze, taking it back. Under and squeeze, and then let's circle it all the way round. Lovely. Good. And change direction, other way. Beautiful. And then lift yourself all the way up. Fold yourself forward. Hands come down to the floor, feet nice and wide. And we're going to bend one leg. Feel a stretch down the inner thigh, and then straighten that leg and take it to the other side. And we're just going up and over, up and over. Lovely. Good. And then taking it through the middle. If you wish to here, you're welcome to take your hands off. Keep that chest lifted, keep your hips nice and low. Or if you prefer, you can keep your hands on the floor, whichever suits you and your body best today. Lovely, good. Roll it to one side here. Lovely. From here, if you want to, you can pop your butt onto the floor. If not, you can stay up, whichever feels most comfortable. And from here, we're going to flex up that front foot. Then we're going to take it to demi-point. So the ankle is stretched, but I'm keeping my toes lift. Then I'm taking it to full point where my toes and my ankle is lengthening out. Take it back through demi, so ankle stays straight. Just lift up my toes, then flex up my foot so that's the ankle moving as well. Okay, so from here, we're going to take it demi, full, demi, flex, demi, full, demi, flex, demi, full, demi, flex. Last one, demi, full, demi, flex. Perfect. Roll yourself around into your lunge position and gently take the hips up and down. Beautiful stuff, guys. From here, push through that front leg. Take yourself into your standing lunge. Find the balance. Reach the hands up, pelvis tucks under, push down into the hips. Lovely. Reach all the way forward. Chest glues on, hands frame that front foot, lower the back knee down, untuck that front foot. From here, I want you to straighten out that front leg. Lift yourself upright. If you notice that your hips are further back than your knee, slide that front leg forward so that your hips are directly over the top of your knee on the floor. And then we're going to rebend, okay? And then from here, we can straighten and rebend 8 times. Are we ready? For 8. Rebend. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Tuck the toe under at the back, lift the hips up, and then from this time, I want you to keep your chest glued onto your front leg. And we're going to try and straighten the front leg out. Make sure we're flexing up this front foot as we go. Keep the chest attached, even if it means the leg doesn't go fully straight. Keep it as a little micro bend if that's what you need. And then we're going to rebend. Okay, and we're going to do that for 8 times. Are we ready? For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Lower the back knee down. We're going to go back to a straight leg. Fold yourself forward. We're going to rebend and then straighten for another 8 times. I'm shuffling forward actually. I'm going to go into the safe here. Rebend and straighten for 8 times. Are we ready? For 8. Rebend. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Tuck the toes under, lift it up, chest glues on, and let's go. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Lower the back knee down, lift yourself upright, straighten out the front leg, take a big deep breath in. Exhale, fold it forward, tilt the pelvis away, feeling the stretch all down the back of this leg. Perfect. Plant the foot down, transition your weight through into your low lunge, pushing down into the hips. Lovely. And let's place one hand either side and circle our hips round. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. 2 hands come to the inside. Tuck the toe under at the back. Lift your hips up and over. Scoot yourself over to the other side, and then sit yourself down if you wish to, or keep yourself upright, whatever you prefer. And we're going to do flexed, demi, full point, back through demi, and flexed. For demi, full, demi, flex, demi, full, demi, flex, good work, demi, full, demi, flex, last one, demi, full, demi, flex. Perfect stuff. Roll yourself round into a lunge position on the other side, gently taking the hips up and down. Lovely. Pushing through that front leg, take yourself into your standing lunge. Find the balance, reach the hands up, pelvis tucks under, push down into the hips. Whew. Reach all the way forward, chest glues on, hands frame your front foot, lower the back knee down, and then tuck those toes. From here, lift yourself upright. Make sure that if you're having your leg out straight in front of you, that your hips are directly over your knees. So you might want to shuffle your front foot forward just a smidgy. Fold yourself over, rebend, and we're going to straighten it out for 8 times. Let's go. 8, rebend, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Tuck your toes under at the back, lift the hip up. Remember, keep that chest glued onto your front leg, even if it means you don't go as straight. That's okay. Let's go. For 8, rebend, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the back knee down, lift yourself upright, straighten out that front leg, rebend forward. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Tuck toes under at the back, lifting yourself up. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Lower the back knee down. Lift yourself upright. Straighten out that front leg. Flex up your front foot. Big deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Tilt that pelvis away. Feel a lovely stretch all down the back of that front leg. Beautiful stuff. Plant the foot down. Transition your weight through into your low lunge, pushing down into the hips. Place one hand either side of that front leg. Let's circle them hips around. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful stuff, guys. 2 hands come to the inside of your front leg. Bring your weight into your back knee and let your other leg join it, semi-circling around. So you're going to land in your all-fours position. Wrists are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And from here, tuck the pelvis under, around the back, separate the shoulder blades, look down between the legs. Lovely. Take it the other way. Start with the pelvis. Push through the lower back. Push through the upper back, thoracic spine, looking up to the sky. Lovely, tilting it back under. Squeeze the pelvic floors here. Pull the tummy button up into the spine. And then opening it out the other way. Imagine your tailbone is trying to reach the top of your head. Lovely. Let's roll the ribcage round in a circle. Good. And change direction, other way. Beautiful stuff. Tuck those toes under, lift the knees off the floor, bring your butt over your heels and start to straighten out the legs, landing in the downward facing dog position. I want you to bend one knee at a time and just walk through the legs, just stretching out the back of each leg. Beautiful. And then from here, keeping your feet still and your legs still, walk your hands in towards your feet, hold yourself hovering over in half, and then gently with a softness to your knees, round out your back and take yourself all the way back up, one vertebrae at a time. Lovely, good. Now when we do splits, I always like to start at the bottom and work my way up my leg. So we're actually going to start with our soleus, which is this muscle right underneath your calf muscle. This one right at the bottom, just above your ankle, underneath your calf, this one here in the middle, it's called your soleus. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with having your feet about a 1 foot difference apart, so about 20 centimeters, maybe more, 30 more for me. And you want to keep your feet in line with your hips. So I'm on train tracks, basically. I'm not doing 1 foot in front of the other, I'm on train tracks. From here, bend your knees, keep your weight perfectly distributed between your legs, and you should feel the stretch at the bottom of your back leg. If you don't feel much of a stretch, don't worry at all. The soleus muscle, some people use all the time, and other people just don't use it as often. If you ever do running, you'll probably be feeling this stretch quite a lot, but it's just depending on how much you've used it. So don't worry if it's not fully stretching or isn't feeling like a big stretch, that's okay, but keep that weight going down into it there. Lovely, just straightening out the bottom of the leg, stretching and lengthening. Lovely, good. Taking yourself back upright, we're going to take it into the calf, so the gastrocnemius muscle, right just above it in the calf muscle. So take a little bit of a bigger step forward with your front leg, keep your back leg straight, bend your front leg and lean forward into it. Keep pushing down the back heel. You want to be in a straight line from the top of your head all the way to the back of the ankle. So you have a straight line, leaning forward. Push the ankle into the floor. Feel that beautiful stretch all down the back of your calf. If you're anything like me, I can't seem to stretch my calves enough. But if you wear heels as well, it's really important to stretch your calf. Because if we constantly have it contracted slightly by wearing heels, it'll actually truncate the muscle and you'll end up with a smaller muscle, which is crazy really, just from wearing heels. So if you're a big heel wearer, just make sure you stretch out your calves really often. Lovely, and relax. Let's switch over to the other leg. So I'm stepping forward, my other leg forward, just with about a like 1 foot difference between 1 foot and the other. Make sure your feet are in line with your hips, so they're not in line, but have like the twin tracks. And then bend your weight, bend your knees so your weight goes directly down, and you'll feel it in the lower part of your calf on your soleus muscle. And just stretching it here. And for me, I don't know about you, but I'm getting more of a stretch on the first leg than I did on the second leg. It's not as intense for me on this side, but that's okay. We'll just keep stretching it for a few more breaths. Lovely. And the reason why I start at the bottom of the leg is because muscles overlap. So your hamstring overlaps the knee and overlaps the calf. So sometimes if you're struggling with your hamstring stretch, it can even just be stretching out your calf, and that allows it to stretch out a little bit more. Lovely, good. Lift yourself upright. Take a bigger step forward with your front leg. Pin your back ankle down. Keep that leg straight, and then bend the front leg, leaning forward into it. Keep a straight line from the top of your head all the way down to the back of the back ankle. Lovely. Keep pushing the ankle down into the floor to get a lovely deep stretch in your gastrocnemius, so your calf muscle. Lovely stuff. Making sure your leg is super straight. Maybe squeeze the quad to make sure it's getting as straight as possible. Lovely. One more breath here. Beautiful. And step out of it. Now I want to take yourself to a wall, or if you've got a sofa nearby, that's also good, but a wall is great. We're just going to do one last little stretch on the calves. So starting with leg number one, bring your ankle down to the floor and push your toes against the wall. And then lean yourself forward. So pushing the ankle in, toes are against the wall or sofa like I am here, and then you're going to lean yourself forward, and you should feel a lovely big stretch coming all the way down the middle and to the back of the knee as well. You can even feel it if you hold on your calf. You can feel where it's stretching. It's such a satisfying feeling where you can feel that muscle having a beautiful big stretch. Lovely. And switch it over to the other one. So ankle on the floor, so heel on the floor, toes up against a wall or a sofa, and then lean yourself forward to get into a deeper stretch. Making sure this leg's nice and straight. And again, if you want to have a little feel, you can feel all of that muscle stretching out. Lovely. One more breath here. Lovely. And relax. Good. Now, if you're next to a wall, you might want to stay near the wall, actually, for a little bit of balance. I'm actually going to go over to my mantelpiece, so I'm just going to hold on here. You can hold on to a wall or a chair if you've got a chair nearby, or bed if you're in the bedroom. And we're just going to loosen up these hips. So we're going to take our outside leg, and then what you want to do is bend that knee, and we're just going to bring the knee into the chest and then swing it back. So I'm just taking it backwards and forwards, just letting it stretch out, getting that movement in the hips. Gorgeous, lovely. Let's see if we can take that leg straight. We should start to feel a bit of a stretch in the hamstrings, maybe in the hip. Make sure you're keeping yourself upright. This is just coming from your lower body. Everything else, upper body, should stay nice and still, nice and controlled. Good, lovely. And then lowering it down. Switching over to the other leg. Start with the knee bent and then taking it back and forward. So really just hinging in the hips. Beautiful stuff. And then taking it to a straighter leg. Making it a little bit more difficult. And again, try and avoid the leaning forward, leaning back. Keep everything on your upper body nice and strong, nice and controlled. It's just the lower body that's going to do the moving. Good, lovely. And relaxed. And taking it back down. Good. I want you to take yourself into a lying down position to begin with. Oh, so take yourself down onto your back. You might want to just prop up so you can see what I'm doing before you go completely lying down. So just to open up those hips a little bit more, and in a way that is not too intense on our knees, we're going to do it on our back. So we're going to take one leg, bring it into our chest and give it a little hold, and we're just going to circle that leg around in a circle. So your knee is going to rotate round. Okay, so let's do it all together. Let's go. 4, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. While we're here, I want you to take your knee up and then take it out to the side. Okay, you might feel a little bit of a stretch on the inner thigh here, but just sitting that leg out to the side, making sure your hips are still square. So what I'm doing is my hips are still square, and so I'm not twisting over. My butt cheek on my right hand side is still looking down, and my knee is just lifted up and out on my left leg, which is bent. Lovely, good. From here, I want you to start to try and straighten that leg out. You might want to hold it with your leg. Hold your leg with your arm. We're just going to take that leg out to the side and straighten it. Just feel a stretch in the inside of the thigh here. And you might feel it a little bit on the back of the leg, particularly if you scoot your leg a little bit higher up. Lovely. And bend, return the knee back in and drop it back down. Switch up to the other leg. So now I've now got my right knee in towards my chest. You might have your left knee depending on which one you started with. And we're going to do our circles round. 4, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Take the knee in towards the chest, and then we're going to take it out to the side. So keeping your opposite butt cheek still on the floor, taking the knee just out to the side, and just letting it relax and open up that hip a little bit. Yes, perfect. So I've just got my knee that was in front of me, I'm just dropping it to the side of me. Lovely, good. If it feels okay to do so, gently, gently, you're going to straighten out the leg. So mine's my right leg, I'm just straightening it out to the side. And this should feel a lovely stretch on my inner thigh, and maybe a little bit on my hamstring as well, and in my hip. Lovely. You can also take it a little bit more higher towards your shoulder if you're wanting that deep stretch here. Beautiful. Good. Bend the knee, bring it back, and take the legs down. Lovely. Lift yourself up. I want you to prop yourself up onto your elbows. Now from here, just be careful that you don't sink into your shoulders. Keep yourself pushing up nice and strong, okay? What we're going to do, we're going to do some big circles with our legs straight. So we're going to take our legs out, together, and down. Now just be really careful when you do this. If it feels clunky at all in the hips, then take the circles to be smaller. You want to have smaller circles if it starts to feel a bit clunky and clicky, and then you can progress to bigger circles as it feels more fluid and more comfortable. Are we ready? Let's go. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Change direction. And again, start small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Gosh, I definitely find one way easier than the other. It's really quite incredible. Lovely. Lifting yourself up, roll yourself around. We're going to do something on our knees. So yeah, let me know if this is uncomfortable. In fact, I have got an alternative where you can lift your knee off the floor. It's slightly more challenging because you have to kind of coordinate your balance a little bit more. But that is an option for you. I'll show you while we're doing it. So we're going to take ourselves onto one knee and then push ourselves down into our hips. Okay? Bring 2 hands either side of your front leg and maybe shuffle that front foot out ever so slightly so it's just on the outside of your shoulder. Now here's your option if you want to make it not on your knees, tuck that toe under, lift your back leg up. So it's not on your knees, so if you feel uncomfortable on your knees, you can bring that back leg up. It's just slightly more demanding because you're having to lift yourself up the entire time. So that's the only difference. Okay, from here, we're going to just sink ourselves down into our hips. If you're bringing your knee down, fabulous. If you're keeping the leg up, also fine. And if you feel comfortable, I want you to try and take your hands a little bit lower. This time, I'm still keeping my foot flat on the floor. So I'm just taking my hands down towards, lowering my hands down, bringing my body closer. If this feels too much, or if you find that you're rounding out in the back, keep the arms straight and push down into the hips this way instead. And again, if I've got my leg up at the back, I'll be either pushing here or I can take it down like so. Whatever feels best. Lovely, good. Bring yourself back up, and this time we're going to roll up onto the blade of our foot, taking our knee away from our body. So let me just show you that straight on. So instead of being like so, I'm going to roll onto the blade of my foot towards my little toe, knee comes out to the side. And then same as before, whoop, let me just go back sideways on for you, knees to the side. I can either do it with my knee down or lift my back leg up. And again, I'm just pushing into the hips. Now, if you wish to, you can then take it down into the elbows again. You might find that you can get into it more easily at this point, or you might find that it's more difficult. It's really just depending on where feels tight in the hips. If the elbows feel too much, don't worry. Keep them arms straight or maybe slightly bent so you can feel that your weight is going into your hips. And we're just going to hold it here. Even if you're keeping them leg up, that's also fine. Pushing down. 4, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a big deep breath in. Exhale. As you exhale, maybe see if you can go a little bit deeper, sinking deeper into the hips. Maybe you can take it into the elbows. If you're on your elbows, make sure you're keeping your chest lifted and pulling forward. You don't want to be hunching over. You want to be lifting, pulling through. And we're going to hold it here for 10 more seconds. Are we ready? 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Lovely. Gently lifting yourself back up and switch yourself over to the other leg. Good work, my beauties. So take yourself over to the other leg. So one leg goes in front, and then I'm just going to push down into my hips to begin with, and take my hands to the inside of my front leg. Shuffle my front foot ever so slightly so it's on the outside of so my knee comes to the outside of my shoulder, basically. I don't want it to be like crowded underneath me, just underneath. If you feel uncomfortable on your knees, feel free to use that back leg to straighten out the back leg, lifting it off the floor. This is slightly more intense though, so I do realise you might tire quicker in this position. So just listen to your body, see how it goes. If you want to keep it down, in your knee down, make sure you get loads of padding if you're in that position. Okay, so we're just going to hold it here to begin with. Pushing through the hips, keeping that chest lifted and pulling forwards. And I want you to sink yourself down as low as feels comfortable. If you can get your elbows to the floor whilst keeping your back straight and lifted forward, amazing. Or maybe you're having your arms straight to begin with and you're just easing into it, or maybe you're somewhere in between, arms are slowly lowering down. And let's hold it here for a few breaths. Lovely, good. One more breath here. Beautiful stuff, guys. Taking yourself back up. Shuffle your front leg onto the blade of your foot, taking your knee away from your body, just like I did before. So I've got my hands to the inside, my foot is to this side, and then I'm going to roll onto the blade of my foot towards my little toes. The outer part of my foot, knee comes away. And keeping my chest lifted, pulling me forward, pull, pull, pull at all times to make sure I'm doing a good break. And as before, if you want to keep that back leg lifted off the floor to help ease the knees, feel free to do that. Totally fine. And then from here, if you want to lower down into your elbows, you can do, but keep that chest lifted, making sure if you are going and bent, if arms bent, that you're keeping yourself still lifted rather than rounding over. So think of having a nice long spine the entire time. And let's hold it here in this position for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a big deep breath in. Exhale. Lovely. On the exhalation, see if you can go a little bit deeper. Inhale again. Exhale. Lovely. Keep that chest lifted, lengthening of the spine. And let's hold it in this new position for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Lovely. Gently pulling yourself back up and 2. Good work. Fabulous stuff. Rolling yourself back over onto your back. Lovely. Lowering yourself down onto your back. From here, keeping your knees up to the sky and hips down to the floor. and feet on the floor. And then you're going to lift up leg one. So I'm going to start with my left leg for me. So my left leg is going to go directly up, flex up my front foot, and make sure my leg stays super straight. I'm going to walk my hands up my leg towards my calf. You can hold it on your thigh if you prefer. The reason I say not the thigh is because it's really easy to bend your knee when you just hold your thigh, whereas when you hold your calf, it's slightly easier to make sure that we keep the leg straight. And the leg straight is paramount in this position. So keeping that leg straight, flexing up that foot, and we're just going to gently pull that leg in towards us for 1, 2, 3. So I'm just doing these little movements towards me, okay? And then from here, I'm actually going to take my leg diagonally towards my right shoulder. So it's my left leg heading diagonally towards my right shoulder, opposite shoulder. And this will just hit a different hamstring a little bit more. And I'm just going to take it across towards my shoulder. 3 little pulls, 1, 2, and 3. Lovely. In my new position, my foot is slightly more in front of my face now. And then I'm going to make sure my leg is super straight. And let's take it forward again for 1, 2, 3 little pulls, taking it across for 1, 2, 3, take it towards me for 1, 2, 3, taking it across for 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Making sure your leg is super straight. We're going to hold it here. If you notice that your leg is starting to shake, just ease it back ever so slightly. Lovely. Good. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Keep that foot pinned to the floor. Fabulous. And let's switch over to the other leg. Lifting up leg number 2. So this is my right leg now. Making sure my leg is straight. Holding onto my thigh. Gently pull my leg in towards, just over the front of me. And let's go for 1, 2, 3. Taking it across to diagonally to my opposite shoulder. Little pulses. 1, 2, 3. Take it towards me over my head for 1, 2, 3. Taking it across diagonally for 1, 2, 3. Doesn't mean if you don't get much movement, that's okay. Taking it overhead. 1, 2, 3. Diagonally for 1, 2, 3. Holding it in this new position. Make sure your leg is straight. And again, if it starts to shake or quiver, ease it off ever so slightly. Lovely. Good. Fabulous stuff. And relax. Lovely. Go back onto your tummy. Lift yourself up. Sia, I'm afraid, my darling, you're just going to have to see how your knees cope with this one. I haven't got much of an alternative because you might lose your balance. So make sure you get loads of padding, or maybe just sit this one out if it's too painful on your knees, because I don't want it to be uncomfortable. We're going to take ourselves onto our front lunge position. In fact, I've rolled my mat up for extra padding and I want my knees further back. What am I like? So we're in a lunge position. From here, what I want us to do is bring our hands as close to the floor as possible. We might be leaning over more to one side. If you've got a prop like a yoga block, this is ideal so that you don't need to tilt to one side. And basically, I want you to try and reach towards the floor. You might need to lean forward, that's okay. And then from here, I want you to really push down into your hips and then see if you can walk your hands further backwards to try and lean yourself back. If your hands don't touch the floor, you can lean back and then see if you can try and touch the floor. That's also fine. You're just going to lean yourself back, pushing into your hips. Lovely. Good. Holding it here. And then bring it forwards. Good. Just rocking it forwards ever so slightly, keeping in that lunge position, but it's less intense when you roll forward. And then it's walking it back again. So leaning it back, pushing forward with the hips. Lovely. Keep breathing. And then rocking it back forwards. When you finish with that, just rocking yourself back forwards. I'm going to do it one more time, leaning it back. Now, gently taking it backwards again. So walking your hands back if you can. If not, lean back and then try and get your hands to help with the balance. Lovely. And then taking yourself back forward, lovely. And release. Switch over to your other leg. Whoop, onto your knee, into your lovely, beautiful lunge. And then from here, leaning it back if you can. Oh, this is actually quite nice. Put your hands on your butt if you can't reach the floor. Then push back. Then you might be able to reach the floor. That's another nice little method. So just pushing with the hips forwards. And then rolling yourself back forwards. Release and relax. Lovely. Holding it back. Leaning it back again. Holding it whilst leaning back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Taking it forwards, relaxed. Good. And let's take it back for that final time. Leaning it back, pushing forward in the hips. And hold. Lovely, good. And then easing it back. Beautiful. Bringing the legs back together. Untuck if you've rolled up your mat like I have for extra padding. And then take yourself back onto your back. We're going back onto the hamstrings. Lie yourself down. Lifting up leg number 1. This is, I'm going to start with my left leg. So my knees are up to the sky. Sorry, knees are up to the sky. Feet are on the floor. Then I'm going to lift up my left leg. Make sure my left leg is super straight. If you can hold onto your calf without lifting up your shoulders and head, that's perfect. If not, hold onto your thigh, but make sure that you're keeping that leg super straight. Now this time we're going to pull it in towards my face. So gentle 3 little pulls towards me. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to push my ankle up to the floor. So I'm going to do a little micro bend in my knee and then push the ankle up towards the sky. I said floor, I don't know where my head's at. I'm pushing up to the sky, so I'm going to push it straight for 1, 2, 3. Pull towards me. 1, 2, 3. Push it straight. 1, 2, 3. Pull towards me. 1, 2, 3. Keep your butt pinned down to the floor. Ankle to the sky. 1, 2, 3. Hold it here. Keep the ankle pushing up and away. Keep that butt pulling down. So imagine I've got an anchor pulling my butt down and then something's trying to pull my leg up and away. So it's pushing in the opposite directions. Making sure it's super straight. Squeeze that quad. Beautiful. Good. Lovely. And relax. Let's switch over to the other leg. Lifting up my right leg this time. Making sure it's straight. Walk my hands up to as high as I can, either on my thigh or on my calf. Making sure the rest of me is nice and relaxed. Let's pull the leg in towards me for 1, 2, 3. Bend the knee and push the ankle up towards the sky for 1, 2, 3. Pull towards me. 1, 2, 3. Ankle to the sky. 1, 2, 3. Making sure your butt is still pinning down to the floor. And now you might have your ankle even like pushing over top of you instead. Pulling in towards you for 1, 2, 3. Ankle towards your sky and over top of you for 1, 2, 3. Holding it here. Lovely stuff, guys. Fabulous. Keep that leg super straight. Beautiful. And relax. Lovely. Roll yourself over. Whew. In fact, actually, don't want to do any more. No, I think we're ready to give our splits a try. Let's give a go with the splits. So, getting yourself into your position. I'm going to do this at a slight angle so I can see you guys a little bit more easily. So, taking that leg out super straight to begin with, and we're going to do a nice pointy toe. Now, from here, you've got a choice. You can either push down in your hips first and then straighten your leg out, or you can start with your straight leg, slide it forward, and then push into your hips second. So you might want to just have a little play around and see which one you prefer. But to begin with, I want you to take yourself to about 80% of your best. Okay, so not all the way. You're just taking yourself to 80% of your best here. Lovely. Now we're just going to hold it here and just have some lovely big breaths. Beautiful. One more breath here. On the exhalation, I want you to see if you can go a little bit deeper. Maybe taking it to 90%. Keep them hips nice and square. Try not to turn out at the back. Lovely. Nice big deep breaths. And on the next exhalation, see if you can take it a little bit deeper. Lovely. And we're going to hold it in this new position for 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. Don't forget to breathe. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Take yourself out. Oh, bless you. I saw some of your faces when I told you to breathe. You were like, oh, Becky, what are you doing to me? You did fantastic, guys. Really, really nice. Lovely. Give yourself a little bit of a wiggle. Give that hip a little bit of a rub. Give your hamstrings a bit of a rub. Okay, are you ready? We're going to go on the same side again. Yay! I thought I could hear you cheering. So the same leg as you did before, we're going to do it again. Okay, so we're going to bring that leg back into position. And this time, if you went down with your leg out straight first and then lowered into your hips, maybe try it the other way. Maybe start with your big lunge, bring your hands down, and then try and straighten out that front leg. See which one works best for you. Have a little play with both. So to begin with, I want you to take yourself into your 80% position. So where you're feeling like it's getting a good stretch, but it's not too strenuous and it's not discomfort. You might find that your 80% is now a smidgen more deeper than your first time 80%. That's okay. Lovely. And then taking a big deep breath in. Exhaling it out. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. See if we can go a little bit deeper. And sink yourself down into a slightly deeper position. Lovely. Good, lovely. If you are flat on the floor, I can see some of you getting very close. Try flexing up your front foot to make it into a deeper stretch for you. And making sure that front leg stays as straight as you can, guys. Squeeze that quad and let's hold it in this new position. So you can sink into a new position and then we're going to hold it here for 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. You're doing amazing. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Big deep breath in. 4, exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Gorgeous stuff, guys. And relax. Taking yourself out. Good work. Fabulous. Fabulous. Take a little moment. I can see some of you crawling into little balls. I completely understand that feeling. Good stuff, guys. Let's switch over to the other leg. Okay.
Taking out that front leg, lovely. And again, if you want to, remember we're doing this twice, so you might want to start with that front leg straight and then start with the hip second time. It's completely up to you. Keeping that front leg pointed to make it slightly easier. And then I want you to take yourself into your 80% position. So not 90, not 100%, it's not your best splits ever. You're taking it to 80%, so you're nearly at your best splits ever. But it's at a point where it's comfortable. Well, mild discomfort. Okay, lovely. And from here, we're going to hold it and take a big deep breath in. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. As you exhale, feel your muscles start to relax into it. Lovely. Maybe see if you can go a little bit deeper. You might not, that's okay if you don't want to, or if your legs don't want you to. Another big deep breath in. Lovely. On this next exhalation, let's see if we can go a little bit deeper still. Lovely, good. And holding it in this position for 40, 20, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28. You're doing great, guys. 27, 26, 25. Don't forget to breathe. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, big deep breath in. Exhale. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Fabulous. Good. Taking yourself back upright. Give that hip a little bit of love. Give your hamstring a little bit of love. Good. Fabulous. Take a little moment. We're going to do that side again. Yay! Good. Good job. Okay, cool. Are we ready for the next one? Maybe have a little sip of water. I'm going to grab a little sip of water. I feel like my mouth's getting dry. Fab. Okay, let's go. Same side again. And again, you might want to switch and do into your lunge first, and then when you're down, then try and straighten that leg out. See which one works best for you. Or give it a little shuffle and have a little play with methods. Taking it to your 80%. And again, you might feel like your 80% is now deeper than it was the first time. And that's great if it is. If it's not, that's okay. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And on the next exhalation, see if you can take it a little bit deeper. Exhale, ease yourself in. Lovely. Holding it in this new position. Lovely, big deep breaths. Almost imagine someone's got a rope tied to your back foot and a rope tied to your front foot, and they're pulling them in opposite directions. So you can go a little bit deeper. Don't worry if you can't. And from here, we're going to hold it for 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, big deep breath in, 7, exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work, guys. Bring your legs together. Whew! Lovely stuff. Let's bring our feet to the floor, knees up in front of you, and just give your legs a little bit of a cuddle. Give them a little bit of a wiggle. Lovely. Amazing stuff there. Fantastic. I really hope you felt like you were progressing and taking it a little bit deeper than before, or just working on it and chipping away at it, because it's not always about having progress every single time, but it's about turning up, showing up, and actually working on it and doing your best. Let's have a little stretch in the back to end our little session. So in our hips and in our lower back. So from here, bring your feet onto the floor, knees up to the sky, lower yourself down. Arms are going to come out, stretch either side of your shoulders. Bring your feet together, and then you're going to rock your knees over to one side. I'm going to go to my left-hand side first, but it doesn't matter if yours isn't. Taking your knees over, and I want you to keep your right shoulder pinned to the floor, and you can take your gaze over towards your right hand. So you're looking opposite direction to your knees. If you would like a deeper stretch, I want you to take your top leg. So for me, it's my right leg, so I'm leaning over towards my left-hand side. And I'm just going to lift it a little bit higher, twisting it round a little bit deeper. You should feel the twist and the stretch in the lower back and in the hips. Lovely. And then bringing the knees back together, lifting them up, and then taking it over to the other side. So I'm dropping my knees over towards my right-hand side, making sure my opposite shoulder, my left shoulder, is pinned to the floor, and I can take my gaze over towards the opposite side now. So my gaze is to the left, knees are to the right. Lovely. And for that deeper stretch, take that top leg and just lift it up and over. Taking it a little bit deeper, twisting, getting some movement in the lower back. Lovely, good stuff. And then bring the knees back together and lifting it up. Lovely. Keep yourself lying down. This time you can take your legs out straight in front of you. So they're just going to relax down. So you're lying on your flat, on your back. Legs are outstretched. And we're going to take our arms over each side of us. Okay? And then from here, I'm going to I'm going to bring my knees back up and then drop my knees over towards my left-hand side, and then take my right hand and join it on my left hand. So I'm doing palm to palm on my side, all over to my left-hand side. Yes, perfect. Good. And then from here, so my top arm is my right arm. I'm going to stretch it out further along, so my shoulder is coming forward, and then reach it all the way up over the top of my head, and then round over to the other side. So now I'm doing kind of the opposite to the previous session, to the previous stretch. I'm stretching through the back foot, moving my upper body. Lovely. And then reaching high again. You're going to take that back arm, taking it back round the semicircle across your head, and then back to join your left hand. Lovely stuff, lovely. And rotate yourself over to the other side. So now I'm going to take my knees over to my right hand side. My right arm is outstretched across me, and then my left arm is going to come over. So I'm now tilting and lying on my right hand side of my body, palms on top of palms. My top hand is my left hand. I'm going to take it out, stretched further than my right hand, and then reach it all the way up like I'm drawing a rainbow over my head on the floor, taking it all the way up and over. Feel that twist. Try and get that off the shoulders down to the floor on the opposite side. Lovely. And then taking the hand all the way back up and over, and then joining back to the start. Lovely. And then taking yourself up nice and gently and relax. I just thought we need a little bit of a stretch on the whole back as well.
just to feel nice and good. My loves, that is it for your session. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you feel in mild discomfort in your legs and that you've got a lovely big stretch in that. I know I certainly have, so I hope you feel like you're working and making progress on your splits journey. If you're watching this live, I'm going to come and chat to you in a second. If you're watching this on a recording, then I will love you and leave you and see you on the next session. Da, da, da.